How's it going? So, look what I've done to this master tier Z. I'm telling you, do not pick Z. Z is a shit champ. Period. So this guy is master tier diamond player. Honestly, if you look at our team, because look, they have platinum, gold, master, and silver 1. We have unranked, gold 2, iron. Oh my god, I was very worried about this player. This is like, I think it's a she. I was very, very worried. But I have to say, Team of Mushrooms helped us one team fight. We aced them because they couldn't escape because of Team of Mushrooms. Man, I can imagine the feeling. You're running away and you're like, "Phew, I escaped," and then boom, you blow up, and then Tryndamere just catches up to you, and you're like, "God damn!" Right? So, I mean, I'm just saying that Zed is just don't pick Zed, otherwise this shit is gonna happen to you. Um, where was this team fight? Um, nah, I'm not gonna go into it, but like it was very, very funny. It was like Draven was running away from me. I think and he literally ran into mushroom, so I didn't even need to flash after him, because normally you have to flash, because Draven flashes, he accelerates, you ghost, you attack him, he flashes out. If you have your E up, normally, like, you want to have your E up, but sometimes, um, I don't know, I'm just shit at using E, honestly, as a player. I sometimes use it for damage to execute, and sometimes what happens is he's still alive, and I have to flash. But in this example, like I was like, oh no, he's definitely dead. And then Vladimir was the same. He kind of like escaped the team fight, and as I was chasing him, I was hoping that I have enough CDR to catch up to him with my E, and then he just ran into the team of Mushroom. And then it was so easy to kill him because he was like giga slowed. He tried to do his pull, but I mean he's giga slowed due to Timo's mushroom, and then that's it. Right, that's it. He basically died. Okay, good news. Some good news. Uh, deleting the client, like, so basically uninstalling the game and removing. So you see downloads in here. Just delete this file to get altogether, and then go to leagueoflegends.com, like League of Legends. Like, go here, download brand new installation for League of Legends, and then reinstall the game, because I suspect when, like, you have to remember I'm a programmer, right? So when you are marked for losers queue, there is a sort of like a session or a cookie. I'll show you what cookie is in browser. Let me just try this. I listen to this. It's Estonian radio. It's pretty good. I really like. Out of all radios I ever listened to in my life, this one is one of the best, honestly. Okay, so if you go to application, you see there is session and local storage. Do you see sky.ie? Oh, whoops, there's nothing here. Okay, let's say this, for example. Well, let's take something easy. CDIDS. Well, let's take this one here. CBW is CK. That's a kind of like a sort of like a cookie. It sits in your browser no matter what, right? So the only way to get rid of it is either clear the cookies completely, wipe, or uninstall the browser, right? So I'll show you, okay? So this is the browser. There it is. I'm going to close it, right? And I'm going to open a brand new browser. Let's go brand new browser. You will see that the cookie is still there. Do you see? So we go into our settings, application. Whoops. Maybe I have to restart. Where is the bloody cookie, man? No, it's not there. But how did it refresh? Hold on a sec. How did it refresh? It's a session storage, not supposed to refresh. Maybe I have to go to you. Well, let's try YouTube. Maybe it's because it's a conditional cookie. But I'll show you what I mean. Like, I would just need to find a cookie that is consistently in there. Normally, it should be in local storage. So that's volume, right? So if we technically close this and open a new one, it should still be there in theory, because that's a functional cookie. Let's wait a little bit until it loads. Yeah, you see, it still sits here, like YouTube volume player or whatever. So imagine this is like a controller, which is like engagement optimized matchmaking, whether you should be in winners or losers queue, right? The only way to reset it is to clear the cookies or uninstall the browser. So I'm thinking to myself that your client is like a browser. And inside of your client, there is a cookie that controls whether you are on the winner's queue or the loser's queue. Because I noticed when I uninstall and I install again League of Legends, like let's say I played GTA for like 3 weeks, I came back and I install League of Legends. Games are normally good. Like these guys were on the ball. Like they knew what they were doing, right? Like, I mean, everybody was on the same page. We took the drag. Like, look, do you see what I'm saying? Um, Look at objectives. Well, is it ref? Maybe runes. I don't know. What am I trying to find? Towers destroyed. Inhibitors. Do I really have to go into the game? But basically, like jungler was prioritizing um, dragons. He was ganking for bot lane, right? He was playing like the jungler role is essentially to get the objectives, right, which is the dragons. And the way to do that is to gank for the bot. Make sure that the bot wins, and off you go. You take the objectives. And this guy played exactly that way. Exactly. He counter ganked correctly. You see, so like as a player, he was very, very good, right? And all of them were good except for Timo, because Timo is Iron player. But even Timo was like he still placed mushrooms in very very good locations, because multiple times, even when we were fighting for the Baron, like the team ran into Timo mushrooms and we got a couple of kills. So like, do you see what I'm saying? Even Timo Iron was still good. That's because I'm in a winner's queue, right? That's because today um I didn't had a good, like I basically ran out of accounts to play, and I still ended up with 50% win rate. You see? I lost 2 games. I mean, this account is kind of, I don't know, it's maybe cursed, but I had to dodge so many times. It's ridiculous today, like ridiculous. I had to dodge today. I'll tell you how many times: 12, 13, 17 times. So 17 dodges to play 5 games. So that's like 3 dodges per game, approximately. And for the whole game, for the whole day, that's the reason why I uninstall. Like lobbies were just dog bad. Like they were just horrible lobbies for the whole day. And I also noticed that the queue time increased. So I was like, okay, something is not right, because the client is not behaving like yesterday, for example. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm probably in the losers queue, because yesterday we played 1 game, and I think yesterday I noticed that, okay, that's probably going to be my second last game. because my Volibear top lane lost to Nasus, and we had Zed jungle who somehow ended up feeding Nasus as well. Just think about it. Volibear versus Nasus is a like it's not playable for Volibear. Like this matchup is just not Volibear but Nasus. Like Volibear is such a giga counter to Nasus, it's disgusting, right? And Volibear somehow ended up feeding Nasus. So I thought to myself, holy shit, I think I'm starting to get the loser's queue. Like I was starting to get the loser's queue vibe. Because not like in winner's queue, it just doesn't happen. What am I looking for? Yeah, I'll show you the reason why I uninstalled. I'll show you this game. Like that's how you know that you are definitely marked for loser's queue. Definitely. Because when even people who pick good champions, they still play like shit and they do stuff like this. I'll show you this game and like it's just like we won it, but I mean I had to sweat like crazy to win this game. Just like disgusting, disgustingly how much I had to sweat. It's this account here, this game here today. Like you see what I mean when I tell you like you know that you're in loser's queue when players do this. And this guy was basically he went AD Darius. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I went into this game because look at our composition. Our only weakness in here is realistically Renata. Now they had good composition, but I was like, Fizz is kind of shit. Garen into Darius is unplayable because Darius just giga counters Garen. Giga. Like that just it's not even playable basically for Garen. Right? So Wukong is good, but I mean I was like, nah, unlikely, right? So it's still like I looked at them, I said, okay, we're still gonna have a hard game. It's still gonna be a tough game. But I was like, nah, because Garen is gonna be useless because of Darius. Bot lane is probably gonna lose to because it's Vayne and Alistar. I mean, Xayah is kind of OP. I'm gonna absolutely poop on Fizz, and we're gonna win. But look what was happening in the game. Um, like I'm doing my thing again, I'm just pooping on everyone effectively here. Like it became so bad that what's his name, Fizz, didn't want to go mid lane anymore, so he swapped, I think, right? But look what Darius is building. I mean, Berserker Graves. He basically went for Bork. Like, look, he's going for not Bork, but he's going for shitbow. I call it shitbow basically, right? Like it's just such a. At 21 minutes, he decides to sell items. I think, right? Somewhere here. Yeah. So look, he has shitbow. Okay. I think he dies. So I miss my spinner here. God damn it. That sucked. And you see, Darius at this stage, I think, sold his items. Look, so he has shitbow right now. He dead. Look, you see, he's gonna sell his items right now. Yeah, you see? You see, he sold his items. And then he bought some I don't know, Trinity Force. Like, Trinity Force is okay, but it's not ideal on Darius, you know what I mean? And this guy was not very good, honestly. This guy was just hard feeding as well. I was like, holy shit, right? I literally had to sweat. Like, if I didn't kill Vayne or Fizz in a team fight, it was just, that's it, they lose. It was just horrible, basically. Horrible game. I think in here I had to kill the Baron, and I think this team fight here, I landed my W or something like this. Like I was afraid to leave them basically because they're just such interest. It's just crazy. I think it was this team fight here. Yeah. So you see, Alistair went a bit too deep, I think, right? And I was like, and I was able to, yeah. That's the team fight. Okay, so Darius kind of did well in here. Okay, but look at Darius. He has like 2 items at 34 minutes. Like even I don't understand how did he lose to honestly like Garen Gale Force. Jesus, what the hell is that? So that's okay. 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 All right, that's good. Yeah, you see, basically they inted hardcore. They basically inted this because it's not like we played well. It's just that they inted. And then I was like, okay, if I kill Vayne, we definitely win. Right, so boom, she dies. And then I think we just end, and that's it. But but I have to say this game was just so difficult. Like giga difficult game. I don't understand how did Fizz get fed. I mean, he was like 0-4. And again, you see the problem. Like Darius losing to Garen. It's not supposed to happen. And yesterday, Volibear lost to Nasus. That's how I know something is up because normally stuff like that just simply does not happen. It's not possible. It's like Tryndamere losing to Katarina. It's just not possible. If this happens to you, so basically uninstall the game, delete this thing, right? So you basically want to clear you want to reset the client. I'm suspecting that when you install a client, you get a new client ID, and that resets the losers and winners queue. I suspect that's the case. I'm going to experiment a little bit more with this, but I think it's a kind of like a hot fix for your client because swapping accounts does not work because you have single client for all of your accounts. And the client, I suspect, has something like a JSON web token or something. Well, JSON web token is like for websites, but it has some kind of cookie or some kind of ID, and that ID gets set to like losers queue, and that's how you have shit games all of a sudden, right? So the way to reset that ID is you have to install a brand new client, right? I'm not sure where the cookie is. It could be in the client or it could be in the installation, right? So I'm just saying that delete, remove. It could be even in. If this doesn't work, I'll maybe start digging into uh, registry, Windows registry. It could be in there as well. Basically, you want to swipe, like you want to swipe everything as if you never had League of Legends before. And then you want to install again, and this will 100% reset your client, 100%, right? I'm suspecting this might be enough just to delete the client and delete installation and just install from brand new. Just make sure you get the brand new installation as well. Okay, I'm gonna put it into the file. Where is the thing? Oi, 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 oi. So this will be our high win rate guide. And this will be hotfix for the client. Reset the client. So do this. So one, uninstall League of Legends. So delete the installation of League of Legends. Download brand new installation file. Install League of Legends. Okay, that should technically do it, right? If not, then I'll dig into Windows Registry as well. All right, take care. Bye bye.